Hi, in this video, we are going to create an API specification from the Anypoint Studio. Now, we don't need to go to Design Center to create our API specifications. We can create it in the Anypoint Studio itself. We can create API specification, we can create API fragment, we can publish our API specifications to the exchange. We can do the testing over here with the mocking service also. Now I will still show you Design Center so that we can look into the synchronization of changes between the Anypoint Studio and Design Center. So let's first go to Design Center. And as of now, there is only one API in the Design Center, that is Job API. Now we will go to Anypoint Studio and I'm going to create an API specification project for creating an API specification for the advertisement API. Now, when I click on API specification project, it is going to ask me to sign into Anypoint platform. So I'm going to sign in by specifying my username and password. So now I'm going to click on sign in, and once I get signed in, I get this dialog box. Here I have two tabs. In the first tab, that is new API specification, I can specify the project name for creating API specification and the type of my file. I'm going to select RAML 1.0 and I'm going to specify the project name as advertisement API. Okay. In another tab, I can use this tab, new API fragment, for creating an API fragment. But I'm not going to create API fragment. I'm just creating API specification. So I am going to specify advertisement API in the project name. So either I can create API specification or I can create an API fragment. As of now, I am creating API specification and my project name is advertisement API and the file type is RAML 1.0. Okay, now I'm going to click on finish. And this is going to create an API specification project. And now I am going to get another dialog box which will ask me to switch the perspective to the API design perspective. So this type of project is associated with the API design perspective. Do you want to switch? So I'll say yes. And I'm going to switch to the API design perspective. Here at the right hand side, I can see API console. And here below, I can see the Git staging area. And here, whenever I'm going to save my API specification, I'll get that in unstaged changes. I can stage it and then I can commit it. So here now I'm going to start writing my RAML specification. The title is advertisement API and this advertisement API is for the application that is integrating with multiple advertising agencies which are giving the details of its advertisements. Okay, so now let's specify the base URI to be http://advertisements.com. Okay. And I'm going to specify media type. I can do control and use the space bar and I get all the help needed over here. So I will select the media type and I'm going to specify the media type as application/JSON. I'm also going to specify version as V1. And let's now specify our resources. I'm going to specify two resources. One is advertisements, that is the collection resource, and advertisement, that is a nested resource. So for the advertisements collection resource, my resource path is advertisements. And for the advertisement resource, nested resource, the resource path is /advertisement/advertisement ID. Okay, and now I am going to specify get method under the advertisements And for the specific advertisement, again, I am going to use the get method. Okay, now I am going to click on save, and as soon as I save, I'll see this file in the Stage Changes area. Now I can right click on it and click on add to index, or I can just click on this plus sign which will add the selected files to the index. So I'm going to click on this plus sign and my file is now staged. I can then specify the commit message over here, and I'm going to specify edit base RAML file, and then I'm going to click on commit and push. So this will push my XAML file to the origin, and I get this message that it is pushed to the origin. Here I can see my commit ID, I can see my commit message, and here I can see that my advertisement API.raml file is pushed. And in the area below, I can see this is my remote repository maintained by Anypoint. Now I'll click on close. Also notice that we are in the master branch. Here you can see master over here, right? So now let's go to our design center, and I'm going to refresh the design center, and I will find that the advertisement API is created over here. Now I can click on this advertisement API, and I can go over here inside, and I can see the RAML specification which is created in my Anypoint Studio. So now let's make changes over here, and I'm going to specify responses, and I'm going to specify the HTTP status code as 200, and under it I am going to specify body. The same thing I am going to specify under another resource get method also. I am going to specify responses 200 HTTP status code, and I'm going to specify body. Now, as of now, it is not saved. Once it gets saved, as of now, you can see there's a star sign, it is not saved. So once this base RAML file is saved over here, I can get it in my Anypoint Studio as well. Okay, so let's wait for a few seconds for this file to get auto-saved. And once it gets auto-saved, we will go to Anypoint Studio. Okay, so it is saved now. I can see saved a few seconds ago. Let's go to Anypoint Studio. And as of now, there is no change in the RAML specifications in the Anypoint Studio. I'll click on my project. I will then do the right click. I'll go to team. Then I will select this pull. Okay, so I'm going to click on this pull, and this is going to pull the branch master. Okay, and I'm going to get the fetch result over here that it is taken from the master, and this is the commit ID with the commit message of autosave, and this RAML specification file is fetched. Okay, so now I'm going to click on close, and here I can see the updated RAML specification. If I again go to my project and run right click, and I click on team, and then I click on show in history, then another tab will open, and I can see everything, all the commit IDs and messages over here. So initially there was an initial commit. It was automatically done by the Anypoint Studio. The initial commit, saving the RAML exchange, JSON, git ignore, studio initial configuration. And then there is a commit done by us, that is we have added the base RAML file. And now another one is the recent one that is being saved from the design center, and the message, the commit message is auto save, which will be the message whenever we are going to make any changes from the design center. When we are going to save it from the design center, we cannot give any commit message over there, right? So now we can see that head is pointing to this commit. Now let's go back to Git staging tab. Okay, and now let's add few more things. I'm going to right click on this project, and I'm going to create two folders. I'm going to click on new, and I'm going to create a folder for the data types. And I am going to create one more folder, and this folder is for examples. In the data types folder, I'll right click and I'm going to click on new, and I'm going to create RAML API fragment file. Okay, and this in this case I'm going to specify the fragment type to be data type, and I'm going to specify the file name as advertisement. Okay, so advertisement data type, this is what I'm going to create. So this data type fragment is created. The fragment identifier you can see over here. I will specify the type of this data type to be object, and I am going to specify properties over here. So let me copy it from my notepad, and I am going to copy this and paste it over here. So advertisement ID, advertisement tagline, product name, and cost. So I'm going to save it then. Okay, and we can see that advertisement.raml file, which is in data types, is in unstaged changes area now. And let's create the example fragments also. So I'm going to create new RAML API fragment file, and in the fragment type I will specify example, and here I am going to specify advertisement example 1, and I am going to click on finish. And here I am going to specify value colon, and I am going to specify the values over here. I'll copy paste it from my notepad. So my ad ID is A1, ad tagline is just do it, product is Nike shoes, and cost is 800. Okay, and I'm going to click on save now. I'm going to create one more advertisement. So I'll click on copy, and I'm going to paste it over here itself. And the advertisement example 2 is the name of my new example fragment. Okay, and here in this case, I'm going to do the copy paste again. And advertisement ID is A2, ad tagline is strength with age, product is Pepe jeans, and cost is 1000. And I'm going to click on save over here also. Okay, so now two example fragments and one data type fragment is created over here. I'll go to my data type fragment, and I will specify the examples facet over here. And I'm going to specify key value pairs of example 1 as the key name, and in the value I will use the include to and specify the location of my example fragment. Okay, so I have our advertisement example 1.raml, and another key is example 2, and here I am going to specify the location of my example 2.raml. Okay, and I'm going to click on save. So now at the right hand side, you can see both the examples over here for this data type. Now in the advertisement example 2, there seems to be some error. Okay, so the property name is incorrect, so I'll correct it, and I'm going to click on save again. Okay, so now let's go to the base RAML file, and here I am going to specify types colon, and I'm going to specify my key name or the data type name to be advertisement, and I'm going to use the include to include my data type fragment, and I'm going to specify the location of my data type fragment. Okay, that is advertisement.raml. And here for the get method response, I am going to specify an array of advertisement. And for the nested resource, in the response of get method 200 HTTP status code, I am going to specify advertisement. Okay, now I'm going to click on save. So now I can see 4 files over here. Okay, and here I can click on this double plus sign, which can add all files, including not selected ones, to the index. So once I click on this, all files are staged. If I want to unstage it now, I can click on this double minus sign, and I can remove all the files from the index, or I can just click one of the files and I can click on minus and it will go to the unstaged area. Anyway, I want to stage it and I want to commit it also. So I am going to specify edit, data types and examples. And now I am going to click on commit and push. So I have clicked on commit and push. So it is pushing it to the origin again. And I can see that it is pushed. This is the new commit ID, commit message, and all the files that are pushed to the remote repository. I'll click on close now. Okay, so now let's do the testing over here. As of now, if I go over here at the API console, I can see my resources and the methods. If I click on any of the method and if I click on try it, in the resource path, I can only see the one that is there in the base URI. I don't find any option to select the mocking service. So let's go over here in the project and I have to go and switch the mocking service on. So I will right click on it. I'll go to manage API specifications and I will click on turn on mocking service. This will turn the mocking service on. And notice now the base URI is changed and request URL is changed and it is now pointing to the mocking service. So now let's click on send now and I will get the response back, that is the array of advertisements. Fine. So we have done the testing over here also. Now let's publish it to Exchange. So I'll click on manage API specification. Here I have this option of publishing it to Exchange. So I'll click on publish to Exchange and it is going to start publishing my API to Exchange. For that, first it will show me a dialog box to specify the version. So I will specify the asset version as 1.0.0 and I will specify the API version as v1. And now I'm going to click on finish and this will start the process of publishing my API to the Exchange. So now let's wait for a few seconds. I'll keep the video on pause and it will get published in some time. Okay, so I'm back and my API is published to the Exchange. So I'm going to click on OK and let's go to our Anypoint platform and here I am going to Exchange. Okay, and I can see my advertisement API over here in the Exchange. And if I go to my design center, and if I click on my advertisement API, I can see the updated YAML specifications over here and all the data type fragment, example fragment, everything is over here now. Okay, so now let's go back to Anypoint Studio and let's switch these all YAML specifications, data type fragments to a new branch of V1. And in the master branch, we will create the V2 version. Okay, so as of now, I'm in the master branch notice, right? So I will now right click on it and I'll go to team and I am going to click on switch to new branch. And I'm going to specify the branch name as V1 and it will also check out the new branch and I'm going to click on finish. So now notice I am in the V1 branch. Everything which was there in the master branch is now copied to the V1 branch. Okay, now let's do one thing. I'll go back to the V2, go back to master branch. So I'll go to team and I am going to click on switch to master branch. Notice I can see both master and V1 over here. I will switch back to the master branch. I am in the master branch. You can see over here at the left hand side. And now here I will change the version to be V2. Okay. And now here what I am going to do is I am going to make some changes. So for the get methods in the advertisements resource, I am going to specify the query parameters. Okay, and I am going to specify the query parameter as, let's say, product, and I am going to make it optional, and I'm going to save it. Okay, now I can stage it. I can add the commit message over here, edit product query parameter. And then I'm going to click on commit and push. This will push the master branch changes to the remote repository. Okay, fine. So now, as of now, if I go to my design center and I refresh it, I can then see the changes of the master branch over here. Let's wait for a few seconds. Okay, so I can see version v2 over here. I can see query parameters over here. But if I click on this drop down, I cannot see the v1 branch over here. So let's go back to the Anypoint Studio. I will click on my project name again. I'll click on team and I'm going to click on switch to v1. Okay, so I'm in the v1 branch right now. I'll again right click. I'll go to team and I am going to click on push branch v1, and I am going to push this branch to the remote. So my v1 branch is now pushed. This is the remote, this is the branch name, and I don't want to select this configure upstream for push and pull, as I am not doing any pulling over here. And I am going to click on preview, where it will give me the details that this is the repository, and from v1 in the local repository it is going to v1 in the remote repository. So now I'm going to click on push, and this will push it to the remote repository. Okay, so it is pushed. I have got this message. I'll click on close now, and let's go to the design center. I will refresh it, and once I refresh it, I can click on this drop down and I can see the v1 branch over here, right? So this is the v1 branch. I can go to the v1 branch from here also, right? And I can go back to the master branch also from the design center, right? Now, let me show you one more thing. I am going to close it. As of now, only version 1 is in Exchange. I'll have to push it to, I'll have to publish it to Exchange again if I want to publish the master branch again as the version v2. Okay, so do it at your own end. Now I'm going to show you one more thing. Let's go back to Design Center and let's go back to the main page of the Design Center. And here I can see the job API over here, which is a pre-existing API which I have created in the Design Center. But now I want this job API in my Anypoint Studio also. So let's go to Anypoint Studio and I will click on File, and then I'm going to click on Import, and then I'm going to click on Anypoint Studio. I will click on API specification from Design Center, and then I'm going to click on Next, and then it is going to show me all the APIs that are in the Design Center. I'll click on Job API and I'm going to click on Finish. This is going to create an API specification project in my Anypoint Studio for the Job API. So I have the Job API over here and I can start making changes like we have done for the advertisement API. Okay, so I hope this video is helpful for you in understanding how to use this feature of creating API specification in the Anypoint Studio. Thank you.